Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is my library. Today I bring you the mid-month check-in for my reading journal for the month of March. So here we are, guys. I've been pretty productive this month of March and I've been reading a lot of books, especially because I've been reading a lot of middle grade for middle grade March. So I decided to do a mid-month check-in with you and my journal to update so it's more manageable at the ending of the month. So as usual, we'll go through my reading journal and see what needs updating and kind of get us up to speed with the things that I need to catch up on. So the first thing I want to update a little bit is the books I've read, because I have read about 5 or 6 books, I think, since the last time I checked in at the ending of February. So far in the first half of March, I have read Spy Family Volume 1, Tatsuya Endo, and I did give this one 4 stars. I also read Real Account Volume 5, and I did give this one 4 stars as well. I also read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark Volume 1. By Alvin Schwartz. And I gave this one 4 stars as well. I also read Welcome to Dead House, which is Volume 1 in the Goosebumps series by R.L. Stine. And I also gave 4 stars to this one. Lots of 4 stars this month so far. Not bad at all. Then I went ahead and read The Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. And I also gave this one 4 stars. And the last thing I've read so far mid-month is More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. And I did rate this one 3 stars. So far we've had quite a few middle grade. I am working on a manga reading vlog, so we have 2 of those, and then 1 sci-fi thriller, for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books so far. And I am filming this in the middle of March. All right. So now it's time for us to catch up on the Goodreads challenge. So I'll go ahead and follow that same order. So book number 17 was a manga, Spy Family 1. So I'll go ahead and mark that as a manga that I read. Then book 18 was Real Account Volume 5. So we'll mark that as a manga as well. Then we are moving on to Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is middle grade. So we'll mark this as a middle grade. And then I went ahead and read Welcome to Dead House, which is also a middle grade. Then I read The Echo Wife, which is actually sci-fi. So my second sci-fi of the year. We'll mark that as sci-fi. And then we have More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, another middle grade. So we will go ahead and mark that as well. So definitely I've included some manga. I can tell I'm working on that vlog, and it's middle grade March, so I am reading quite a few middle grades. And yeah, that's where we are with the Goodreads challenge. I have read so far 22 out of my 80 books. I know I have room for up to 117 here. I always do that in the hopes of being able to read more, but my actual goal is 80 books, but I am hoping to surpass that. No progress so far has been made this month for this 25 and 25, or the 24 and 24, or the 23 and 23. So we'll go ahead and keep going with these. Now it's time to update the ABC challenge. So I'll go ahead and fast forward you a little bit through this, but I'll be adding titles for each of the ones I've read so far for my ABC challenge. All right, guys, and you're back. So I've gone ahead and updated this one. Incredibly so, I've been reading a lot of W titles, and normally I don't have so many of these, which is why I kind of include these letters here, but we'll have to make some room elsewhere for them. I'll see how I can do that. Maybe I can add an extension to this page here. All right, so now it's time to color in our shelfie. So we're gonna go ahead and try to match those covers with the colors for each of them. So we're gonna go ahead and first do Spy Family, which is this beautiful kind of light aquamarine color or teal kind of color, mint-ish color. I don't know if I have anything exactly like that, but we'll go ahead and pick this one. And that's Spy Family Volume 1. Again, so many teals and blues and greens. I've been reading a lot of books with these colors. So I think I'm gonna go right over here. Maybe this one. Spy Family, Volume 1. Then Real Account 5, which is also kind of white and tealish and silverish. So we'll do, we have one real account over here, so I'll put another real account right here. And it's Real Account Volume 5. Then we have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is this one. So maybe I'll do like a red to make it pop a bit. That's a pretty long title, so I'll pick something that's a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and try this one right here. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Then we have Welcome to Dead House, which is this beautiful purplish bluish color. And we'll go ahead and add it right over here. That's a pretty good match, I think. Welcome to Dead House. Then we have The Echo Wife, which again has this yellowish and tealish color, but we'll go with the yellow, pulling from that yellowish, almost goldish color. It's kind of a short title, so we'll put it right over here. The Echo Wife. And lastly, more stories, more scary stories to tell in the dark, which is this one, and we'll add that red. Maybe I'll change the red to something a little darker. And that's another long title. So maybe we can put it right around here. And that will be more scary stories to tell in the dark. Right, and our shelfie is updated. It's great. So then we get to the Buzzword 2025 Reading Challenge. And I'll go through Truth and Lies, no. Thing, no. Animals, no. No water words either. 2, I have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So that works. No memory words. No punctuation, no with. No events, no violent words really. We just have the word dead, but that's really not really violent. No never, and no alliteration. Scary stories, but I do have the alliteration box kind of full, so I think I'll go ahead and just stick to Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. and I'll go ahead and add it here. And the 2 goes here, so I think I'll just have room for 1. Scary stories to tell in the dark. And we'll go ahead and put the cover of that right here. That works great. Awesome. So far we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the buzzword challenge. So I think we're doing pretty good. Then for the cover buzzword, pattern, skyline, books, animals, eyes. I think we have celestial again with scary stories to tell in the dark because we do have the moon view there. Technology, I could add another one for real account, but I think I'll save it for something different since I am reading the whole series and I already have real account represented there. Transportation, I don't really have anything. Foliage, I do have some foliage with more scary stories, but I kind of have that box full already. Weapons, no weapons so far. Food and drink, nothing this round, and nothing really like monochrome like this one. So I think we'll just go ahead and do celestial with scary stories to tell in the dark. And I'll go ahead and put this one off to the side so that maybe I can fit in another one later in the year. And this one seems even more complete. I'm just missing these 3 categories. So we're doing well. No update yet here. I have not read Tiny Threads, so that's still waiting. As far as Read the Rainbow Challenge, I do have the Goosebumps Welcome to Dead House, which I think I can do for purple or lilac. I think it'll work for any of those. And I guess I'll do lilac and kind of save the darker purple for something else. So we're going to go ahead and put Welcome to Dead House for lilac. Mark it there. I think that works. And I'll grab my little sticker. And maybe we'll do it up here. And then I'll go ahead and erase a little bit. There. And it looks great. So far, I'm still looking for orange, yellow, fuchsia, pink, gray, silver, and purple. But we're making progress with this one as well. Have not read my TBR jar yet. For the book troop, Gabby did announce some new selections. So I'll go ahead and update those momentarily. So for April, Gabby has selected Tell Me What You Did. So I will be adding that one right here in the middle. The April option is that one. And then she also mentioned her May selection, which is When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. And we will update May as well. Currently working on the March book, Listen to Your Sister. It's this one here. So currently working on that one myself. All right, so we've updated the book troop. Literally Dead book club by Books and Lala. So I think we need to update the May selection, which she just announced in one of her recent videos, and that's going to be Eat the Ones You Love. Very excited for that one. And we'll line that up. Then erase some of these lines. There we have it. Perfect. No progress to record in the Read Christie just yet. I have not read my tarot card game selection yet either. I believe we have made some progress with the blurb game though, and last time I had not updated it, but now we've made some updates. So I have finished reading The Echo Wife. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that off. Now, unfortunately, The Echo Wife really isn't giving me any authors or books that are on my TBR, and that's normally how I update this part. So we really have nothing here. So this one's kind of a dead end for right now. And no progress here has been made. However, I am reading two other things. So I am reading Listen to Your Sister, and this is blurbed by Ashley Winstead. And I've had an Ashley Winstead on my list that I've been meaning to get to. Let me just look in the back to see if there's anything else that I'm interested in. Not really. So I have been wanting to get to this book for a while by Ashley Winstead. So I guess the blurb game will allow it to come onto my TBR. And that's The Last Housewife. I've been meaning to read this forever. And so I'm going to take the chance to kind of add that here. And I'll go ahead and add it right over here, since this didn't really go anywhere. So this will be a brand new start. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the sticker book to find a currently reading sticker that I can use. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one. And I'm going to add it onto here. I will not be connecting these with an arrow because this will be starting its own thing. And I'll go ahead and box these off momentarily. So currently reading, I will be putting Listen to Your Sister. And I know that this is then going to take me to The Last Housewife. We'll get one of these. And once I'm done here, that will lead me to The Last Housewife. All right. So these are leading me here. And then I'm going to put down another book that I am reading for the blurb game. So I am reading 101 horror stories to read before you're 100. I am now reading 101 horror books to read before you're murdered. And I'm almost done with this one, actually. I've been working on this for a while. This is a wonderful book. I talked about it in one of my latest videos. And I've been marking along all the things I have read. Those are kind of marked. And I'm almost done with this one. So this one, I had a couple options that intrigued me for the blurb game. I could have picked Rachel Harrison because I do have so many of her books on my TBR, but I could not skip Paul Tremblay and The Cabin at the End of the World. I know. How is it possible that I have not read The Cabin at the End of the World? I ask myself this all the time, and I just haven't. I've been waiting for the right moment, I think. I'm very excited. I have very, very high expectations for this book, and I guess now would be the time. So this also is blurbed by Stephen King, and I do have a Stephen King already on here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and mark this way and kind of go this way on my blurb game chart to kind of tie me into The Long Walk, both of those leading me to there because that is the Stephen King I do want to read next. So I'll go ahead and add 2 more of these here. So let's go ahead and get one of these, and then we'll get one of these. So we're going to put this one here. And I'll put this one here. So I'll put 101 horror books to read before you're murdered here. So we've added 101 horror books to read before you are murdered. And that's going to lead us this way in the chart to The Cabin at the End of the World. By Paul Tremblay. And so if I end up reading The Long Walk first before I finish this, then I'll go ahead and branch off down to here for something else, or up here for something else with The Cabin at the End of the World. So we'll see how that works itself out. So yeah, this is now pretty much updated, the blurb game. So now I do have to look at some of these years for publication and see if we can add any new ones to here. So I'll start with The Spy Family, and this is a 2019 release. So I already have my 2019 here. I will add another 2019 down here. add that there. Then Real Account 5 is next, which is on my Kindle, and that's a 2016 title. I already have a 2016 title, so I will add another 2016 right here. Then we have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And this is 1981, which I should not have anything for. 1981 is right here. Let's see if we do a red. Reddish kind of color, 1981. Okay, there we go. Then we have Welcome to Dead House, which is 1992. And we do not have a 1992, so that's going to be a first. These middle grade March books are really helping me fill in some of these since I do read so many new releases. Then we have The Echo Wife, which is 2021. And I don't have a 2021. Perfect. So we'll add 2021 as a pub year that I have read from. And then More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, 1984. Another one that we can mark off. Okay, and there we have it. We've updated this page as well. Nothing for the scavenger hunt game. Nothing for the game of bookish cards. Nothing yet for Read with Jenna. Nothing here either. I do have to update Real Account Volume 5. I did manage to read that from my Kindle Unlimited TBR. So that's done. Made some progress there. Never Have I Ever, not yet. Nothing for anticipated reads. Nothing for the Midnight Society Book Club yet. The Bestie Book Club that I have with my best friend does get updated. We did meet and we did discuss Ward Hunter. We had a great time and we did pick our next book, which is going to be Tender is the Flesh. And I know that is another book that I should have read at this point, but I have not read. So now I'm very excited to be able to officially put it on my TBR. And I believe I have it as a 24 to 20, 24 and 24 I want to read. Yup. So that's going to help me with my Besties Book Club completion, but it's also going to help me with the 13 books that I need to read. Well, now it's just 12 because I did read this one. So it'll be one more book that I've made a dent on from the 24 and 24. So that has been updated. I really don't have anything to update in my Around the World challenge because most of these, the scary stories, don't really give me a location. The real account is Japan, and that's been marked off for a while. The Echo Wife didn't really mention a place, so yeah, no updates here. Unfortunately, I have not found a new 5-star read, but hopefully the second half of March we'll have one. This I'm sure we can make some progress on. So let's see what we can make some progress on for this one. So Spy Family 1, let's see if I can put anything for this one. So I think for this one, I am going to pick people on the cover. I think this one works for that. So it's going to be here. 30. So it'll be 30. 27, 28, 29, and 30. So this will be 30. And 30 will be Spy Family Volume number 1. And I'll go ahead and add dates for all of these later. For now, I'm going to update the star ratings. There's 4 stars for that. Real account 5. Let's see what we can put real account 5 for. So it is translated and it is published before 2020. I think what's more unique about this one is that it's translated. So I will go ahead and add that one for the translated. 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 30. It'll be book number 36. And that will be real account. Volume 5. And that was another 4-star for me. Then we have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So it could work for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, 5 or more words. But I could also put it for a reread because it is a reread from my childhood. And I think I want to use it for that. So this one will be a reread. And it will be number 20. And it will be Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And that was a 4-star for me. Then Welcome to Dead House. R.L. Stine is a favorite author of mine, so I think I'm going to use that. So this will be 22. And it will be Welcome to Dead House. That was again a 4-star. Then we have The Echo Wife. And for The Echo Wife, I am going to pick Standalone. And then we have more scary stories to tell in the dark, and I will use that one as a sequel. So that will be 12. And that's updated. So Tackle Your TBR is updated. New month, new favorite. We have not reached the ending of March, so I do not know what will be my favorite, but I'll let you know when I catch you up. Same thing here for the bracket. Top 10 books of 25 will be determined toward the ending of the year. Now we get to March TBR, and let's see if there are books that I need to either add to the TBR because I read them for my mood reading, or if they were originally on my TBR. I will be able to mark those through. So I did mark Spy Family 1. I did do that recently. Let's see if it fits into any of these. A book that takes place in a coffee shop. A book with a green or pastel cover. I think the pastel cover is going to work for this, and greenish too. A book with new or fresh in the title. A book set in a garden or a park. A book about love and relationships blooming. A book with a disabled character. A book with multiple POVs. A book featuring a road trip or journey. All right. So I think I'm going to use Spy Family for green or pastel cover. So that's going to be Spy Family Volume 1. Okay, so we have that one. Then Real Account 5, I have right here. Real Account Volume 5. Let's see if I can mark it down anywhere. Can't really use that for any of the bingos. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is right here. So we will check it off and highlight it. Can't really mark it for any of those. Welcome to Dead House is right here. So we will check that off. Coffee shop, more fresh. Book set in a garden or park. There are times where that book takes place in a park area. So I might be able to include that, although it's kind of set in the house. They do go on a road trip to move into their new house. So I'm going to leave these blank, but these are possibilities for Welcome to Dead House. And I will determine that at the ending of the month. If I have something better to pick, then I will do that. If not, then I will choose those. Then I will mark The Echo Wife, which is all the way up here. Coffee shop. About love and relationships blooming. Disabled character, road trip, multiple POVs. I think that's all I can mark for that, honestly. And then more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Let's see if I have that one marked down. So I did not add that to my original list. I think I only marked volume 1 of each of these nostalgic middle grade March books, but I will go ahead and add more Scary Stories. And then I will mark that off and highlight it as a book I read in March. And again, can't really fit it into any of those. Those are the 6 books so far I've read. And then we'll see if we can do any kind of... This we will save for the final stats of March. Let's see if we have any of these that we can kind of do. A book with over 600 pages, have not read. A book published before 2010. I have quite a few options here. Let's keep going to see. A book everyone has read except for you. A book with more than 2 authors. A book from Bookstagram. A book that has been banned. A book that is a Newbery Award winner. A book that is considered a classic. A book set during World War II, written by a celebrity. A local author. A book with a color on the title. All right, so I think all I really have is a book that was published before 2010. And I can use a variety of these, but I guess I'll go with the oldest, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. We'll go ahead and add that here. Will be number 13. And I think that's all I can add for that book bingo. I still have not read The Wedding People, which is my Roll Your Read game. I only read one thriller, really, the sci-fi thriller, The Echo Wife. Don't think there's anything for me to update here. No updates for Oprah's book club of things I want to read. There is an update, however, for the Good Morning America one. And that is their March selection is Count My Lies. And it's their March adult one, and I am very much interested in reading this, so I am adding it. This is their March selection. So I do plan on reading that. No progress yet with Kayla's Besties book club. I have made some progress here. So I'm currently reading Journey Under the Sea as well. Goosebumps Welcome to Dead House I did read, and that was 4 stars. I will be picking up for middle grade March book 2, Stay Out of the Basement. So I'm going to add that one there. I did not know how far I would originally get, but I'm doing pretty good with my middle grade March read, so I'll add that there. That's the next one I'll pick up. I have read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and that was a 4 star. I have read more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and that was a 3 star. And I will be reading this one shortly. I am currently reading Journey Under the Sea, which is book 2. So I will be adding book 3 and 4, because I think I will be able to read those for middle grade March. They're really fast reads. So I will add Danger in the Desert. And I will also add book 4, Space and Beyond, as I will also be trying to get to book 3 and book 4. And middle grade March is updated. And there we have it. That has been the update of my mid-month check-in, updating my reading journal. We're in the middle of March. I feel very confident that I will be able to get through another 6 or 7 books the rest of March, hopefully, although I am traveling and I have quite a few things. It's my birthday month, my birthday coming up soon, and a trip to New York also planned, and spring break planned as well. But I am hoping I will be able to add more books for the remainder of March, and I will see you again to finish updating the rest of this month. Thank you guys again for watching. Please consider liking or subscribing if you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next time. Have a good one, guys. Bye.